tuning in today on Because He Died for Us. Today I want to talk a little bit about forgiveness and what I've come to learn recently about forgiveness. People always say, you need to go ask so-and-so for forgiveness if you sin against them or whatever like that. And I want to make a few things clear because yes, that is true. But there's a couple of statements I'm going to make that it's going to sound like it contradicts each other, but I assure you, the first statement is there's two kinds of sin that you need to ask forgiveness for. There's heart sin and there's social sin. And the second fact that I wanted to talk about today was all sins is heart sins. And I know that you just said, what? You just got through saying there was two kinds of sins. Now you're saying there's all sins is heart sins? Yes, because all sin originates in the heart. If all sins originate in the heart, that means all sins heart sins. Now, what's the difference in social? What makes it social? Simple. When you act on your thoughts, because all your thoughts originate from a heart. From a heart, you know how, you long for to do something. Things are heartfelt. You feel it in your heart to do something, so you do it, whether it's good or bad. Okay, all sin comes from the heart. So all sins is heart sins. Some sins finds their way out of the heart and out of your mouth. The words you say can affect people. Or the thoughts that you have to do something and you do them. So they all start out the heart. They become social is when you do or when you say them out loud. So you're saying, okay, so when do you ask somebody to please forgive you for you've sinned against them? Well, if I have a bad thought in my head, I think that person is just stuck up, or I don't like that person, or start, adultery in the heart, you start fantasizing about somebody, I like to get with that person. Those are sins of the heart. They're not expressed yet because you have not acted upon them. So, should you go to someone and say, please forgive me, I've had really bad thoughts about you today. I've thought really bad things in my heart about you. Should you do that? No, you shouldn't. You should take it to God, because you always, when you get forgiveness, you always ask God to forgive you. You shouldn't voice those heart sins to other people because it doesn't affect other people. You ask for forgiveness to people, and first you only ask forgiveness if you've sinned against them, that person. Okay, so if it's a heart sin, you ask God to forgive you and you move on. You try really hard not to think those thoughts again. But okay, if I did say something mean to somebody because I had it in my heart to do that, and I did say something mean to somebody, I would ask God to forgive me, then I would go make it right with that one person. I wouldn't tell 10 people about this sin. Basically, that's all I want to say about forgiveness and the two different kinds of sins. There are heart sins and social sins. And we are all guilty of sin, because even if we don't act upon it, there's always a time or two that comes into our mind when bad things roll through it. And I'm guilty too. So I'm not no saint. I'm not trying to proclaim to be something I'm not. I'm a sinner. I've sinned a lot. And I've asked God to forgive me. And I've asked the people who I have wronged, please forgive me. So I just pray that somehow this video will help shed some light about the different kinds of sins there are. You don't need to confess. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I've seen in the past people apologize, ask for forgiveness of something that was a thought. About somebody. That kind of thing does not need to be brought up, period. So I hope that this video finds you well,